In today's video, I'm going to share why you, as either a solopreneur or a small business, 100% absolutely need to invest in an applicant tracking system. An applicant tracking system is an online tool that helps you organize your entire recruitment effort. My name is Sadaf Sheikh, and on this channel, I talk about everything that you need to build and nurture and grow your high-performing team. Specifically, an applicant tracking system helps you organize your candidate flow as they move through your recruitment process. There's also ways where you can add little notes for yourself. You can figure out what you liked about a candidate, what you didn't like about a candidate. And the best part is it helps you eliminate completely the need for ever saving multiple documents on your drive, or to have printed copies of resumes or interview notes or handwritten notes. Everything is all contained in that one system. I did a video on the top 5 applicant tracking systems that are out there in the marketplace, specifically for small businesses. And I actually did a walkthrough of each one. So check out that video. I will link to it in the description below. But now you might be thinking to yourself, well, hold on a second. I'm just a small business. Like, we're only a small team and we don't hire all that often. Maybe it'll be a candidate, a person here, a person there, or maybe you're, a really micro business where you only really hire one person every few years. So why then do you need an applicant tracking system? Well, stick around and I will share exactly how an ATS, an applicant tracking system, will change your life. Now, if you know me, you know I am all about organization. I'm all about making things put into a process and systematized so that you know exactly what you're doing and your process doesn't change week after week, year after year, day after day. Because the worst thing you can possibly do, and this is very prevalent in smaller companies, is that every person on the team has a different way of doing something. And because you're a small company, you feel, well, do I really need to have a process for this because we're such a small team? But the difference is that when you do have a process for it, it automatically elevates your status. So you could still be a small company, but it elevates your status from small business to a professional organization. So when I share that an applicant tracking system will change your life, I don't, of course, mean it literally, but I think that it's worth mentioning that it will eliminate all of the different things that you have on the go when you're hiring. Because one thing I know for a fact, when you're a smaller organization, everybody is doing multiple things. So every person on your team wears different hats. And that's the idea, because you want generalists on in a smaller company. But the problem is that if everyone's doing their own thing and they have a lot of things on their plate, when you add this extra element of recruiting onto their task list, things can get a little bit hairy. So an applicant tracking system is designed in a way to keep everybody on your team on the same page. So what it does is actually has, it's kind of like a Kanban board, if you like, if you're familiar with that terminology, but basically it has columns, it has like a pipeline or a workflow for how the different candidates proceed through your recruitment process. So it'll give you all the people that applied, all the people that went in for interviews, all of the people that you called back in for a second interview, or that you gave an assessment to, or whatever the case is, and then it'll tell you who you're giving an offer to. Plus, there is the added benefit for applicant tracking systems because they actually share your job posting out to multiple job boards at a time. Some applicant tracking systems will send it out to as many as 200 job boards. Now, not every one of those job boards may be relevant to you, and likely you're only going to get your candidates from a few select sources. However, the thing that you have in your favor is that a smaller organization doesn't have the clout, or I should say, like they're not well known. You're not well known in the marketplace, and so the more people that hear about your job, the better, because you don't have your brand to fall back on as far as recruitment is concerned. Finally, the one other thing that I do think applicant tracking systems are really good for is that it actually eliminates the need for email communication related to that particular role and that particular candidate, because most applicant tracking systems have a built-in communication feature. So you can actually tag different people on the recruitment team to say, oh, hey, you know what? I really like this person. I think they have all the requirements that we're looking for, but I want you to take a look at the resume too. And so instead of sending an email to the person, attaching the resume. All you do is through the system, you tag the person, the resume is already attached to that message. Now, these are just some of the reasons why investing in an applicant tracking system is beneficial for you and to maintain your sanity. But if you need one other reason, here's this: that there are applicant tracking systems out there in the marketplace specifically for small businesses that start at $0. That's right, they're free, 100% free. There's no credit card required, nothing of that sort. But even if you do decide that, you know what, you want to have some of the extra features that they provide on the paid plans, I think it's still worth the investment, because here's what you can do. And I shared this in another video, but I'm going to share it quickly here too. Here's what you could do. You could sign up when you are hiring, and then you could always downgrade to the free plan afterwards. I still believe that having an applicant tracking system as in your toolbox to help you find the right person is the way to go. And if you are hiring, you'll want to attend my live masterclass that I'm hosting, where I teach you exactly what the entire recruitment process should look like. So while the ATS offers you a tool, I will give you the roadmap for how you need to set up your recruitment, how to actually set yourself up for success so that you actually do end up hiring the right person, and then how you need to lay the infrastructure and the foundation for ensuring that your new hire performs to the best of their ability once they get hired. The link to register is in the description below. Okay, now I want to hear from you. Have you used an applicant tracking system? And if not, what is it that you found the most helpful in today's video in terms of convincing you to take that step and sign up for an ATS? Comment below and let me know. And of course, as I mentioned, I have this other video on applicant tracking systems, on some of the best ones that I think are in the marketplace for small businesses. And I also have another video on how to onboard your employees effectively so they start producing from day one. All right, my friends, that's it for today. Come back same time, same place next week for more on building and nurturing your high-performing team. Bye.